Hello again, everyone, and welcome to another Around the Town of Branford with Henry and Frank. It's September 9th, 2023, and we're down here in Stony Creek. The reason we're here, it's Stony Creek Day today in Stony Creek, and we're going to bring you all the action. The highlight of the day coming up on this program, a great parade featuring the Stony Creek Fife and Drum Corps. We're going to cover all the action for you. They're supposed to have classic cars in the parade. There's going to be some great floats. And it's Stony Creek people celebrate, being here, living here in Stony Creek. It's very warm today, about 85 degrees right now, and very humid. But everybody's going to have a great time anyway. And right now you're looking at some of the world famous Thimble Islands there outside Stony Creek Harbor. The Thimble Islands range in size from 17 acres, that's the biggest island, Horse Island, owned by Yale, down to very small stepping stone, and also it's all pink granite. The other big feature here in Stony Creek, besides the world famous Thimble Islands, is the Stony Creek Quarry. The Stony Creek Quarry is fantastic. Pink granite, which really, after being polished, it's like glass. It's been used all over the world in skyscrapers, corporate headquarters, also things like the Brooklyn Bridge, the Stony Creek Library, and the House Office Building. Also in Boston, the train terminal in Boston, as well as the base of the Statue of Liberty. World famous Stony Creek granite. And you know what? This big quarry, it's still in use. It's still being mined. There are regular shipments of the beautiful Stony Creek granite, which, leaves the quarry every day, I believe. So it's a fantastic place, a fantastic story. Also down here in Stony Creek, some other things too. There's the new Stony Creek Legacy Theater, which was the old puppet house, and it's been transformed into a real jewel box of a theater. It's absolutely beautiful inside, and they have great performances going on. In fact, I've been trying to get tickets to some of the shows, and each time they've been totally sold out. So you have to get your tickets to the Legacy Theater. You have to get them ASAP before they sell out. The other thing down here, right, this is about 10 years old, I'm guessing now, right, the Stony Creek Museum. That was in the old church, and it's a fantastic museum. So those are great things to do. And then also 3 companies offer tours of the Thimble Islands from the Stony Creek town dock. Captain Infantino's boat, Sea Mist. You have the Volsunga, which has just come back. And then there's another one there as well, too. Also, when we talk about the highlights of Stony Creek, we can't forget about the Stony Creek Fife and Drum Corps, also world famous. They actually played at the time President Eisenhower was being sworn in as president down in Washington, D.C. The Stony Creek Fife and Drum Corps were down there, and they played in that parade. So it's going to be great. The idea now is to cross the street and go to the park there, and there's a lot of action going on right now over there, and we're gonna take you over there very shortly. Also tonight, they have 2 bands playing for the Stony Creek, and the bands are from 5:30 to 7:30. The Flying Fish Band is going to perform, and then from 8 until 10 p.m. tonight, another band, the Muddy Rudders. The Muddy Rudders will be playing tonight, 8 to 10. It's kind of like a mini Branford festival in a way, because they have food tents, which are going to be opening very shortly. There's going to be food vendors from the Stony Creek Fire Department. Also, cake slices available from Missy Sweets. And there's a small lemonade stand, Lemonades it's called. Also, you can buy Leeds Island oysters and Thimble Island shellfish. That was another big thing. Well, the 1880s, Stony Creek oysters were used to be like, you know, like the world's best. And I believe there's a comeback for oysters coming. What they do is they start to grow the oysters here in the waters off Stony Creek, off the islands. And then I believe they then transport them in cages out to Long Island. And so, you know, it's a form of aquaculture, and, you know, it's coming along. So anyway, it's great to be here. It's great to be with you. And I guess what we're going to do now is cross the street and go into Bayview Park. So stay with us. Around the Town of Branford with Henry and Frank continues. And today we're here, Stony Creek Day 2023. Okay, we crossed the street. We're now standing in Bayview Park. This particular spot that we're standing in, it's nice and shaded. It seems 20 degrees cooler than it just did across the street. It's great to be here in the park. And we're talking with Lauren Brown and Bill Chapin, both representing the Branford Land Trust. Good afternoon, Lauren.
Hi, Frank. Good to see you.
You too, Lauren. And nice to see you, Bill.
Well, thank you. Thanks for coming down here.
Oh, it's a pleasure. So now, I guess the Branford Land Trust, I believe, was incorporated in around 1968, I believe.
67, yeah. 67.
67. Yeah. So it's been around now for almost 50 years.
You do the math. I think a little more. A little more.
So anyway, it's a great organization, and what happens is people give land to the land trust and also conservation easements as well. And so, like, if there's a piece of land that you have always loved, and you want to keep it open space forever, and obviously, we aren't going to be around forever, but the land trust will. So you can give your land to the land trust, and they'll take care of it, right, Lauren?
You bet.
So at this point now, you own how many acres does the land trust own in Branford?
About 1,400.
1,400 acres have been given to the
purchase or sold. Sold. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
To the Branford Land Trust. That's a lot of property, Bill.
Yes, it is. We do have a very dedicated crew that helps to maintain it. We have a trail and properties crew that goes out at least once, if not twice a week, to help maintain the trails and open spaces.
Okay, so you mean all these acres, 1,400, they're open to the public?
For the most part. There are just a very few that are very wet and hard to get to, but otherwise, yes, absolutely open to the public.
Now, in the 1,400 acres, what types of land is there in that huge inventory?
You name it.
You mean from islands to uplands to
yes,
marshes?
Islands, including some rocks. Yeah. But we have beautiful uplands, beautiful wetlands, open fields. You name the habitat, we have it.
In forested areas, a lot of forested areas. Yeah.
Yes.
Now, also too, besides the 1,400 acres that the land trust directly owns, the land trust has been instrumental in the town purchasing other properties,
absolutely.
Right?
Yes, absolutely. It started in the mid-'80s with the Pisgah Brook parcel, and also
Beacon Hill.
Beacon Hill, yes.
Yeah.
And more recently, the Medlin property, quite a few. Yep.
Yeah, it's true. I know it's great. It's great. So, if you have any questions, about the land trust, if you'd like to give your property or conservation easement over your property, please get in touch with them. Now, I believe when Peter Blondie was first selectman, he actually gave to the land trust, right? The land trust house, right?
Correct. Yes.
And
on
now,
School Street. Yep.
Right, which is just up from here, just a short way up. So currently now, right, I mean, there's a project the Land Trust is working on now, right, which involves the house,
yes,
right?
Yes. Bill can tell you more about that.
Yeah.
So the Branford Land Trust House is comprised of two main structures: a schoolhouse built in 1865 and a firehouse built in 1901. Now, the schoolhouse is only in operation for about 20 years as a schoolhouse, and then they built the school on 28 School Street that's just north of the original schoolhouse. The firehouse, built in 1901, was used up until what?
1976.
1976.
Yeah. Not 75, excuse me.
There's a picture of the complex you're speaking of right there underneath the Branford Land Trust emblem there, right? That's what you're talking about.
Yep.
So anyway, so there's a project going on underway now to, what's the purpose of the project?
Well, there are three main goals of the project. One is structural integrity, because the structure of the building of the complex has fallen into disrepair. The other is energy efficiency. It is very poorly insulated. It is very leaky. It's not weatherproofed at all. And so we're hoping to get rid of oil-burning fossil fuel sources of energy and do clean energy. We're hoping to do air-sourced heat pumps. And the last thing is historic preservation. We're looking to preserve the historic fabric of the complex.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's very good.
Can I just add one thing, Frank? You mentioned all the land that we have, and we've been really fortunate. A lot of it was donated by very, very generous individuals. However, we've moved into a new era where there are people who really, they have land that's so valuable they just can't afford to donate it. So we've moved into purchasing land, and I feel like we're in the big leagues now. But as I'm sure you know, with the former Medlin property, which we now call Jarvis Creek Farm, we raised a lot of money for that. So we're always accepting donations for that purpose.
No, that's a fantastic piece of property in there too. Now, Lauren, I think that the address. What's the address? P.O. Box is it 254?
You got it.
P.O. Box 254, Branford, Connecticut 06405. That's how you can get in touch with the Land Trust. And
we're on our website.
And also the website.
Yeah, BranfordLandTrust.org.
Yep. And so it's been great to talk to you, Bill.
Thank you very much. Let me just add that we're about to engage in a major fundraising effort to support the renovations of the schoolhouse complex, the Branford Land Trust complex.
Okay, and also the other thing too we should mention is that it's thanks to Louise Lamontagne. When she was president, she actually changed the tax status, right? So it's a 501c3. So you can give, you can make donations and it's tax deductible. And then I have to mention, about 20 years ago, two great books Lauren wrote.
No, that's okay.
Weeds in Winter.
Stick to the Land Trust.
Yeah, all right.
That's okay.
Okay, so thanks for being with us. Nice to talk to you, Lauren.
Thank you very much, Frank, and great to see you. I can mention that Frank was on the board when it was first founded.
Pretty close, yeah.
Yes.
When I was
a high school student.
Yeah, at the time I joined the Land Trust Board, the president had just become. He was the president of Branford Savings Bank at the time, Henry Whittemore. And then I think after him was the great Peter Neal, and that really put the Land Trust on the map.
It's been a lot of work on the part of a lot of people over a lot of time.
That's true.
And we're grateful to everybody.
That's true, Lauren. Yeah.
Total volunteer organization.
That's true.
No paid employees. Yeah.
That's true. So anyway, again, great to talk to you both.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You're welcome. And if you stay with us now, we're just about to talk to some more people here at Bayview Park on Stony Creek Day. Stay with us. Okay, we're still here at Bayview Park. It's Stony Creek Day 2023. I'm speaking with Selectman Ray Dunbar. Hello, Ray.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Good, thank you. Well, you know what? It's great to stand under the shade.
Yes, it is. It's a nice day, though.
Yeah.
Turned out good. There was a lot of hard work put into today, and this is a day to enjoy it.
Now, so this is the first Stony Creek Day in a few years, or?
They had a small one last year, but it's been word of mouth, and the community has changed over years, and this is a whole new group of people mixing with the older, and it's a good day for Stony Creek and the town of Branford.
Absolutely, yeah. And also, I'm talking with Courtney.
Courtney Rosenberg. Yep.
You have your you have your hat on for
my Stony Creek Day hat, which we're selling over in the Stony Creek Day gear booth over in the gazebo. So we have shirts and sweatshirts and hats and all kinds of good stuff to commemorate the day. So.
Yeah, I believe it. No, that's great, right? And also, this you can buy food here and all sorts of things, even oysters, right, Courtney?
Yeah, we got hot dogs, hamburgers from the fire department, sausage. We got lemonades, which is a fresh lemonade stand. We've got cake slices by Missy's Sweets, the oysters. Yeah, lots of good stuff. So, and then we've got the market doing their regular menu, pizza tonight, thimbleberry down the street. So lots of options. Yeah, so it's gonna be a great day. Waiting for the parade to start at 1:30.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be great.
Lining up now.
Yeah.
And also.
Past.
John Opie, former first selectman of the town of Branford. John, it's great to see you again.
Thank you. Great to see you guys. Great day for this, as Ray pointed out. Looked a little shaky on the forecast all week long, but if it stays like this, it's perfect.
It's true. That's true.
We ordered the tent on Thursday last minute, so to ensure that it wouldn't rain today. So. That
was very smart.
Yeah.
Courtney's not only very knowledgeable about this, she's one of the organizers of it. So
oh, really?
She certainly has been a spark plug to this whole event. So.
Oh, yeah.
She's your niece too, right, John?
Yes, she is. She is. Very proud of that.
So she got some brains too from the family tree, you know.
Maybe from the other side.
So, well,
we've got vendors. We did very small scale for vendors this year. So we've got the Lamp Trust, we've got Legacy Theater, the museum. We've got a few people selling some stuff. We've got maple syrup, floral stuff, jewelry, pictures, photographs, the library. Just a little bit of a small scale vendor event, just to kind of get the community involved. And
what times does music start tonight?
Okay.
The first band's at 5:30, and then the changes at 8:30.
So 5:30 to 7:30 is Flying Fish Jazz Quartet, and then 8 to 10 is the Muddy Rudders.
That's going to be great.
Yep.
This whole park will be, packed with people.
And the afternoon is filled with stuff that the Legacy Theater sponsored, and the museum, and I feel like I'm forgetting one. But they're doing 2 performances. There's a puppet show, and then there's also a Princess Tea, which is put on by the Legacy Theater. So,
speaking of the Legacy Theater, I mean, it seems like every performance is always totally sold out, right?
Yeah, it seems like things are going well there.
They're going well, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Seems so.
Well, they sure did a great job on the old
Puppet House.
Jimmy Wild Puppet House.
Yeah, they really are.
Because it was about to collapse, right?
It was an older building, and they did a lot of great work on it, and it shows when people go to the shows.
Oh, it's true, Ray. It's fantastic.
It's
unbelievable.
Plays there, and it's very friendly, warm, family oriented, and there's no bad seats in the whole house, so
that's true.
You're good to go.
Smaller version of the Kate.
That's it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I know right. It's great to be on the creek today, for Stony Creek Day, and
we're just excited for the parade. Can't wait for the parade.
That's it.
The parade's going to be great.
So last year was a soft start. Last year we brought Stony Creek Day back after 22 years, and we didn't do the parade. We did very small scale just to kind of start it, and then this year we brought back the parade and then made it a much bigger event.
When was the last actual
2000
old one?
2000 was the last one. It was I believe it was the year of the 100th anniversary of the fire department, which was in 2000. So it had been 22 years since we had Stony Creek Day.
And years ago, when I was a kid, this was a huge event. There were boat races, swimming races.
Next year we wanted to keep everybody in the park. Last year we kind of set people out. So this year we're like, everything's going to be in the park, to kind of bring it back and get people to recognize it. And then next year we were talking about some of the beach races and the
bring back the boat races, maybe we'll get an old timers day together.
So next year, hopefully it'll be a little bit bigger, and we'll keep expanding every year. And the committee that is working, so it started with the association and a couple of committee members from the community. And this year we brought another family on to help organize the parade and the music. Tim Barry took over the music portion, so he arranged all of that. So it's such a group effort, and everybody on the committee is top notch to work with. So it's been great.
Back in the days when they published that free weekly, right, the New Haven Advocate, every year they used to take a poll, as the area's favorite neighborhood, and Stony Creek always won, as the best neighborhood. I can see why.
Oh. Hear it? Starting.
Here we go.
You hear
Parade's
it?
getting ready, so hopefully everybody enjoys
So
it.
I'm going to head out now. Thank
All
you
right.
so much.
Great to talk to you, Courtney. And thanks for being with us. We have Selectman Ray Dunbar from the town of Branford and former first selectman of the town of Branford, John Opie. Great to see
Nice
you
to
both.
be with you, Frank.
Thank you, and thank you for everything you do.
Oh, you're
Thanks.
welcome, sir. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. Okay, so the parade is coming by. Now the parade is going to go all the way down to the fountain, turn around and come back, and then they're going to enter Bayview Park. So we're going to catch the parade as it goes down, down towards the fountain. Stony Creek Fife and Drum Corps, you can hear them, and let's listen in. Who's that? Who's that, John? Who's that?
Dale Lang, I think. It's hard to tell. Pretty creative stuff.
Unbelievable.
I think that gets the best.
Here's Friends of the Willoughby Wallace Library.
Yeah.
Stony Creek Quarry truck going by.
Yeah.
There's a piece of the rock. Still rocking, it says.
Rick Atkinson, he runs the quarry up there.
Branford High School Marching Band coming up next.
Nice turnout.
Engine 5 from Stony Creek.
The best guys on the planet.
It's true, yeah. Par 4, Branford Police.
Nice. Did a good job.
Yeah, very good, yeah. So that's the parade, and they're going to go down around the fountain and come back to Bayview Park. So we'll catch it on the way back as well. If you missed any part of it, you know, you'll be seeing it again. So Stony Creek Day is off to a good start, John, right?
Yes, it is. It is. People don't realize how many facets there are to Stony Creek.
It's true.
You know, between the commercial stuff and the interesting artsy stuff, it's really an interesting village.
It's true.
It really is.
It's the place to be. Sean Scanlon's over there too. This, right? Our state controller. He used to be the state rep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, it's the season.
That's John Opie, former first selectman of the town of Branford. Great to see you, John.
Thank you, Frank. Appreciate it.
Okay, we're here at Stony Creek Day 2023. It's September 9th. Kind of a hot day. We're standing under the shade now of this beautiful, I believe, you know, it's a maple tree on the park, and it's a lot cooler, believe me. But anyway, so the parade already passed by the park. As you know, you saw it, and they went all the way down to the water fountain, turned around there, and are on the way back. They're going to enter Bayview Park, you know, as they come up this way. So we hear the Stony Creek Fife and Drum Corps, and let's listen to them. That's Jay Medlin there on the tractor with the angels there in the background, and there's be sure to attend the Stony Creek Christmas pageant here on December 16th, 6 to 8 p.m. There's another truck there from Medlin's farm. How you doing? You hot? You get hot in there?
It's hotter than hot here in Stony Creek.
Yeah. I can't
even get it out.
Yeah. Bye-bye. Stony Creek Oyster Queen you're seeing now. Yeah, I mean, Stony Creek oysters are considered to be, you know, the best in the world. They were it was a huge industry. You still see the big piles of oyster shells around. And, you know, I mean, the water's cleaned up considerably, and they're making a comeback, which is great. And I believe, right, that the lobsters are coming back too. This is an electric sports car. Now this place, the next car, all looks like spray painted fluorescent blue. It's really striking. I mean, it's unforgettable. God Bless America, Stony Creek Fife and Drum Corps. The parade came to a rest while the band was playing. There's a few more floats and vehicles to see.
This is why I have tethers.
This is the Stony Creek Day Parade. There's quite a few people here in Bayview Park, and there's really, everybody is having such a good time. The atmosphere is contagious. Here comes this blue truck again going by. I think John Opie said this was somebody named Mr. Atkinson in there. I don't know. It's just crazy. It looks like it's an underwater scene with octopi and tropical goldfish, and they've got the bubble machine on. Here's the Stony Creek Quarry truck with a piece of the rock there. Branford High School Marching Hornets. Make some noise. Engine 5, the volunteer company in Stony Creek. Now, also based down here by the Branford company, you know, the professional firefighters, they actually run the fireboat out of Stony Creek. Of course, there's also one they keep on the Branford River. So it's to protect, you know, the homes on the Thimble Islands. So anyway, the parade is winding up. As you can see, there's a lot of people here, which is great to see. Stony Creek Fife and Drum Corps, they finished their performance. There's quite a few booths open. Courtney said earlier that, you know, they wanted to concentrate this year on Bayview Park, and they really have. I mean, as you can see, there's a lot of booths all along the wall. Boy, those were really great. Some of those floats, all those floats, they were just great. So anyway, it's been great to be with you. And I think just before we go, we're gonna take a walk around a little bit, and then we're gonna wrap up. So stay with us. Around the Town of Branford with Henry and Frank continues. Our coverage, Stony Creek Day 2023 continues. Stay with us. Okay, we're still here at Bayview Park, Stony Creek Day 2023. I'm with a very distinguished state official. I think you recognize him, though, don't you? Sean Scanlon. Sean, nice to see you.
Good to see you, too. Happy Stony Creek Day.
So, Sean was our state representative. How many terms? 4?
I did 4 terms, so I represented this part of Branford for 8 years. And even though I'm no longer the state rep, I wanted to come back today because it's the first time I think they've celebrated Stony Creek Day in a very long time. So
yes, that's right.
Awesome to be back here today.
Now, so currently, Sean ran statewide, and he won, and he's the controller.
State controller, yeah.
What kind of a job is that, Sean? What do you do all day?
It's essentially the state's chief financial officer. So we balance all the books, audit the budget. We pay every single state employee. I negotiate all their health care and benefits. So it's a lot of sort of financial reporting, financial oversight, HR kind of. But I really like the job. I miss being a state rep for the Creek, but glad to be here today.
Now, Sean, just curious about your office. I mean, like there's a lot of state buildings up in Hartford. Where is your office?
So our office is the state office building. It's across from the Capitol and across from the Supreme Court. So it's very close to the Capitol complex.
Yeah. I also think, I believe that the office building you're in now, it was recently fixed up though, right?
Yeah, it was very recently fixed up.
Yeah.
They finished it right before COVID, actually.
Yeah.
And then, since COVID, we're working through, getting everybody back. But it's a beautiful building. They did a very nice job with it.
I'm sure they did. Now, Sean, I believe, right, that the last time I talked to you, it was at the Memorial Day parade, I believe. I believe that you were a candidate at that time for a controller.
Yep.
And I was there with, I believe it was with Jamie Cosgrove, Branford's first selectman. And it was also with, I believe, Robin Comey, our state rep.
Yeah.
And as well as
Christine Cohen, probably.
And Christine Cohen, right.
Yeah.
So anyway, as the interview ended, the thing I did, at that time, right, you were involved with Tweed, New Haven.
Yeah.
And so I asked you, I said to you, I said, Sean, I couldn't believe it. I said, Sean, what about San Juan?
Yeah.
And you said, I think, just wait a little while. And sure enough.
Yeah. So that was, I left the airport in January, was my last day there. For 3 years, I took office, so I had to leave that job. But San Juan was our big target. And I think that it was there a few weeks ago at the airport for them to announce that. And they're starting flights next month, which is exciting.
Sean, too, really, at the time that you were there for 3 years, really, there was all sorts of articles in the paper. You worked so hard.
Yeah.
You did everything you could, right, with the residents, the other airline that we got, who's doing a wonderful job. It's a real airport now, thanks to your efforts.
Yeah, listen, I took over there, and it was a very small airport, and we were able to kind of scale it up to the community airport that I think people in this area wanted. And I think the fact that, when I started there, the year I started, we had 40,000 annual passengers. The year I left was 1 million. So we grew quite a bit, and I continue to hear good things about it. There are people raising concerns, and that's their right to do that. And I work with those people very closely. But I think on balance, it's a good thing for our area, and I'm proud to have played a role in that.
You did everything you could, though, because, there were all kinds of newspaper articles. You went door to door.
Yeah.
what you did was I guess the houses closest to the airport, you actually installed soundproofing, right?
Yeah, there's a federal program that tries to insulate people from a lot of noise around airports, and we helped, I think, something like 150 houses during the time that I was there. But now somebody else is working on it, and I'm working on the state's finances. But always, always remember that time there, and now you can go to Puerto Rico. So
yes, that's true. That's true. Well, anyway, thank you so much for being with us. It's great to see you, Sean.
Good to be back. Happy Stony Creek Day. Hi, everybody.
Sean Scanlon.
Good to see you guys. Thank you.
State Controller for the state of Connecticut. So anyway, stay with us. We're just going to walk around Bayside Park a little bit. Stay with us. Okay, we're still here at Bayview Park, and I'm here at the Thimble Island Shellfish Incorporated booth. And we have John Waters here. He used to be on the RTM in Branford, and he's opening some oysters. So my first question, John, I mean, these oysters, are they from the creek?
They are, yep. They're from over by Bear Island.
Oh, that's where you raised them? You have the grounds for lease? Did you lease the acreage over there?
Yeah, we work with the state. We have license on the ground over there.
That's wonderful. I mean, these look like great oysters, right?
Yeah, they're great.
That's wonderful because it's
very, very fortunate. They sell themselves. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. They know that the world's best oysters. You can get them. So now, if people want to buy Stony Creek oysters, how can they buy them?
Well, they can. We got a couple of cards here. You can text ahead and order them.
You get lemon, cocktail sauce, and mignonette.
Okay, so the card says you can call them 203-494-8246. 203-494-8246.
Yeah, Emily Waters is actually Emily Waters Harris. She's actually partners with Kim Granberry with Leeds Island Oysters. She also is partners for Thimble Island Shellfish. So it's actually kind of a co-op that we do together to harvest the oysters and bring them into town and sell them out of Bradley Waters Dock.
Okay,
so if you call that number right there, 203-494-8246, then you can place your order and you can either pay by Venmo or cash. It's as easy as that. And then you go down to the dock and you pick them up
now
fresh out of the water.
It's unbelievable, that this is still going on down here because we've heard so much talk of doom and gloom about the water not being clean enough, and I guess the problem with the lobster catch is that there's supposedly pesticides in the water which cause the lobster shells to be too thin. Is that right?
Well, I can't speak for lobsters because I don't do lobsters. I only do oysters, and I can tell you that the oysters are very fresh and they're clean. And the recent reports that you've had of people that have been sick are actually Connecticut residents that got sick out of state eating oysters.
I see.
So it had nothing to do with our oysters here.
Now
the state monitors it pretty carefully.
Yeah.
No, here's some oysters for somebody. I don't know who's...
Also, can these orders be placed 12 months of the year, or when's your season?
Pretty much the season's over around Christmas for us.
Okay. Christmas time. So, okay. All right. So you want to call, if you want to place an order, 203-494-8246. Well, it's great to be with you. Nice to talk to you, Jonathan.
Yeah. Good to see you again.
Those oysters look, really amazing. And nice to talk to you, too.
Gretchen Granberry. Kim Granberry over there.
Okay. Thanks.
And our oyster queen. Our oyster queen.
You were in the truck?
Yeah, this is Emily Waters Harris.
Hi.
No, you look beautiful.
Well, thank you. I had a lot of fun. It was an awesome opportunity. Thanks.
Yeah, the queen. Okay.
The queen.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, stay with us. We're going to be talking to some more people here at Stony Creek Day 2023.
Yeah, find out.
So we're here at Bayview Park when we're wrapping our coverage up now of Stony Creek Day 2023. This is, I believe there was one last year, 2022, but then there hadn't been one since 2000. 22 years went by and there wasn't any. So it's coming back. It'll be here again next year. I guess this was an annual thing for many, many years. John Opie former Branford First Selectman, told us about how everything was in use on the Stony Creek Day, the beach, the races. People rode boats, and I mean they just went all out down here in Stony Creek. It's a great part of Branford, and it was great to be here today as covering it. The parade was fantastic. We spoke to Selectman Ray Dunbar, Lauren Brown of the Land Trust. Great people and great things happening down here. So for Henry Pond, I'm Frank Tuhill, and until next time, goodbye.